Hello my friends, welcome back to Set to Hike. Usually when I'm standing in the kitchen, it means I've got another dehydrated recipe for you, and that's exactly what we're doing today. We're going to make a recipe called 3 pepper pasta. It's super easy, so grab your dehydrators and come with me. For this recipe, you will need 3 capsicums, 1 large zucchini, 1 onion, 4 garlic cloves, 4 servings or roughly 320 grams of uncooked pasta, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of ground chili, 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs, and for a bit of extra protein, 1 can of cannellini or butter beans. Step 1. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Step 2. Wash and prepare your vegetables. Chop your zucchini into thin slices, no bigger than 1/4 inch thick. You can blanch your zucchini beforehand if you like, but I'm not going to. Set these aside for later. For the capsicums, cut them into rough chunks. It doesn't matter on the size for these, as you'll be blending them up later. Lastly, finely dice the onion and garlic. So now you're going to put your capsicum, your garlic and your onion onto a baking tray. We're not going to use any oil because we're trying to reduce the amount of fats that go into the dehydrator, but you can sprinkle over your herbs and spices and then put it into the oven. Place your tray in the oven and let your capsicum roast for about 30 minutes. Step 3. While your capsicum is cooking, rinse your can of beans and set aside ready for dehydration. At this point, you can also boil some water to cook your pasta. Of course, you can cook your pasta when you are at camp, but I find it easier to do it here as it's quicker to rehydrate pasta than it is to cook it. Step 4. After 30 minutes, your capsicum mixture should be nicely roasted. So once your capsicums are out of the oven and cooled, you're going to either grab a stick mixer or a blender and blend up the mixture until it's fairly smooth, because the capsicums are going to become the sauce for your pasta. So now all your individual elements will be ready to put into the dehydrator. For your capsicum mixture, I'm going to put mine onto one of these, but if your dehydrator doesn't come with one, you can easily put it onto strips of aluminium foil. Step 5. Evenly spread your food onto the trays. Try and make your capsicum mixture as thin as possible. Turn your dehydrator on to its highest setting. Step 6. Keep checking back on your dehydrator every couple of hours to rotate your trays and make sure there are no larger clumps that have stuck together. Peel off the capsicum mixture and place it directly onto the tray as it begins to harden. Time will vary depending on your dehydrator, but this process usually takes 8 to 12 hours. You know your food will be done as each element will become quite brittle. So I've just got each element here into its own bowl ready for packaging. I've broken up the capsicum into little chunks, but you can blend it up into a powder if you prefer. So because this recipe serves 4, I'm just going to divide each element into 4 and put it into Ziploc bags. But if you own a vacuum sealer, you can easily vacuum seal them as well. I also ended up adding a little bit of cracked pepper into each bag. Step 7. Don't forget to write the name and date onto your Ziploc bags. I'm going to store these in the freezer until I need to take them out for my next trip. So I'm going to show you how you can rehydrate your food. You're going to pour in just enough water so that the waterline will cover just to the top of your food. You're going to boil that water, then you can pour in your food and let it sit covered for about 10 minutes. If you are feeling fancy, I highly recommend that you bring with you a little container of your favourite cheese to add to the pasta as it's rehydrating. After your food has sat for 10 minutes, your 3 pepper pasta will come out the other side edible and delicious. So that's it, another dehydrated recipe that you can have in your stash. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one.